What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, September 8th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Kate Beckinsale is back as vampire death dealer Celine in the first action-packed trailer for Underworld Blood Wars. The clip released Wednesday features the long-running franchise star attempting to end the eternal war between the Lycan and vampire clans as she hunts for a missing hybrid Michael. The official synopsis reads, the next installment in the blockbuster franchise, Underworld Blood Wars, follows vampire death dealer Celine, played by Beckinsale, as she fends off brutal attacks from both the Lycan clan and the vampire faction that betrayed her. With her only allies, David, played by Theo James, and his father Thomas, played by Charles Dance, she must stop the eternal war between the Lycans and vampires, even if it means she has to make the ultimate sacrifice. Back in April, studios Screen Gems and Lakeshore Entertainment announced the official title of the fifth installment after asking fans on social media to submit ideas for a name. Beckinsale appeared as Celine in the first Underworld film, released in 2003, and again in the second and fourth entries in the series. The third installment was a prequel that did not feature Beckinsale. Directed by Anna Farster, with the script by Corey Goodman, Underworld Blood Wars arrives in theaters January 6, 2017. Will Smith meets human versions of love, death, and time in the first trailer for Warner Bros. Upcoming drama Collateral Beauty. The clip released Wednesday features Smith as a troubled ad man Howard, who, following the death of his daughter, is sent into a deep depression. As his friends, played by Edward Norton, Kate Winslet, Michael Pena, and Naomi Harris, discuss how to get Howard out of his funk, he begins writing letters to Love, played by Keira Knightley, Death, played by Helen Mirren, and Time, played by Jacob Lattimore, who then meet him in person. Smith says in the trailer, we're here to connect. Love, time, death. These three things connect every single human being on earth. We long for love, we wish we had more time, and we fear death. Collateral Beauty, directed by David Frankel, arrives in theaters December 16th. Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson are in talks to team up once again for a new Shanghai Noon sequel. According to Hollywood Reporter, MGM has started development on a third entry in the action comedy series entitled Shanghai Dawn, with Napoleon Dynamite director Jared Hess at the helm. Hess will be working with writers Miles Millar and Afro Gu, who wrote 2000's Shanghai Noon and its 2003 London-based sequel Shanghai Nights. Dawn's script will be penned by Theodore Riley and Aaron Bushbaum. The original Wild West set film starred Chan as an Imperial Guard who enlists the help of an outlaw played by Wilson in order to save a Chinese princess. Wilson worked with Hess recently in an upcoming heist comedy Masterminds, which also starred Zach Galifianakis, Kristen Wiig, and Jason Sudeikis. Chan made headlines recently when it was announced he would be receiving an honorary Oscar at the Academy's 8th Annual Governors Awards, set to be held in November. Julianne Moore, Ken Watanabe, and Damien Bichir have signed on to star in director-producer Paul Weiss's screen adaptation of Anne Patchett's book, Bel Canto. Bel Canto is described in press notes as a love story set against a backdrop of immoral music and moral danger, which sees Roxanne Kaz, a famous American soprano, travel to a military dictatorship in South America to give a private concert at the birthday party of a rich Japanese industrialist, Kasumi Hoshikawa. Anthony Weintraub penned the script and screenplay and will produce the project along with Carolyn Barron and Andrew Milano. The sales, production, and financing outfit Bloom says it will commence international sales for the movie at the upcoming Toronto International Film Festival. WMG Global is selling the U.S. distribution rights. Bloom's Alex Walton said in a statement Wednesday, I read the Bel Canto novel many years ago and have always believed it would translate naturally to the big screen. The book has a large, loyal global fan base, which I'm confident will be delighted to see our fans cast bring the story to life. Mel Gibson attacked Warner Bros.' Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice for its high budget and focus on spandex-wearing fictional heroes. The actor-filmmaker said Tuesday in an interview with Deadline during the Venice Film Festival, where his latest film Hacksaw Ridge is being showcased, it's a piece of shit. I'm not interested in this stuff. Do you know what the difference between real superheroes and comic book heroes is? Real superheroes didn't wear spandex, so I don't know. Spandex must cost a lot. Gibson then detailed how he was able to maintain a modest budget for Hacksaw Ridge, a World War II epic, when compared to the cost of Dawn of Justice. The 6-year-old explained, the exchange rate for the U.S. dollar was good at the time. I think we locked in at about 72 cents on the dollar and took a $27 million budget and turned it into a $40 million budget. He also added, I looked at them and scratched my head. I'm really baffled by it. I think there's a lot of waste, but maybe if I did one of those things with the great green screens, I'd find out different. It seems to me that you could do it for less. You spend an outrageous amount of money, $180 million or more. I don't know how you make it back after the tax man gets you and after give half to the exhibitors. Panned by critics, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, which opened in March, took in a reportedly $872 million worldwide off a budget of $250 million. Hacksaw Ridge, starring Andrew Garfield, opens in theaters November 4. Gibson recently made headlines when he confirmed the development of a Passion of the Christ follow-up entitled The Resurrection. After a public alcohol-fueled meltdown threatened to derail his career, Shia LaBeouf opened about his decision to quit drinking, his journey back to the big screen, and his performing arts. LaBeouf was arrested in 2014 for drunkenly disrupting a performance of the Broadway musical Cabaret, charged with 2 counts of disorderly conduct and 1 count of criminal trespassing. He said in a recent interview with Variety, I'm still earning my way back. The 30-year-old actor says he's on a new path. LaBeouf told Variety he hasn't had a drink in almost a year. You don't touch it, he says, and has attended Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. LaBeouf threw himself into his work and has earned glowing reviews for his performance in American Honey, which is being shown at the Toronto Film Festival following its Cannes debut in May. The film, in which LaBeouf plays the leader of a group of thieves that travel the country selling magazine subscriptions, premieres in theaters September 30th. LaBeouf almost had the role of Lieutenant G.O. Edwards in director David Ayer's Suicide Squad, but the studio passed on him and went with Scott Eastwood. LaBeouf says, I don't think Warner Bros. Wanted me. I went in to meet, and they were like, nah, you're crazy, you're a good actor, but not this one. It was a big investment for them. LaBeouf is in Prague filming Borg versus McEnroe, and he says his past mistakes have led him to indie films. He says, I don't think I'd be working with the directors I've been working with if I had not fucked up a bit. I'm learning how to distill my crazy into something manageable that I can shape and deliver on the day. Channing Tatum and Simone Biles have found mutual fans in each other as they gush about the other on the season premiere of The Ellen Show Wednesday. Host Ellen DeGeneres asked Tatum if he met Biles backstage. He says, no, but I want to. I'm going to freak out. DeGeneres and Tatum went back and forth over who was going to freak out more, him or Biles. He says, no, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to freak out more. Tatum told DeGeneres that he watched every one of Biles' gymnastic events at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio. He said, she's going to be the greatest and already is the greatest of all time. Tatum also told Ellen his theory on how Biles managed to clear so much height when she performs. He says, I have a theory though. My theory is that she's so tiny that she's had a harder time holding on to the ground than actually like going up. She's just always flying away. I think she's got really, really strong toes and it helps her hold on to the ground. He added, if I came down with that much force, my kneecaps would pop right out of the building. During Biles' interview, DeGeneres told her that they had come up with the perfect way to display Biles' medals. DeGeneres led Biles to the stage where Tatum appeared holding Biles' 4 gold medals from both arms like a statue. Tatum asked, do I just follow you around now? DeGeneres tweeted a photo of Tatum with the medal saying, I found a great display case for Olympic champion at Simone_Biles, #Ellen Premiere. British actor Tom Burke has been cast as Cormoran Strike in 3 TV events based on crime novels penned by J.K. Rowling under the pseudonym Robert Gibraltar. The Strike series, which includes 3-hour-long episodes of The Cuckoo's Calling, 2-hour-long installments of The Silkworm, and 2-hour-long episodes of Career of Evil. Production is to begin this autumn in London, the BBC announced Wednesday. Burke is best known for his portrayal of Fyodor Duklov in the miniseries War and Peace, and Athos in the small-screen adventure series The Musketeers. His next role will be as Strike, a war veteran turned private detective operating out of a tiny office in London's Denmark Street, a press release noted. Though he is wounded both physically and psychologically, Strike's unique insight and his background as an SIB investigator proves crucial in solving 3 complex cases which have eluded the police. Burke said in a statement, I'm overjoyed to be immersing myself in the role of Cormoran Strike, who is as complex as he is in larger than life. I know I'm joining an extraordinary team of people on a series that for me is peppered with moments of real emotional depth and meticulously grounded in the page-turning momentum of these novels. Cormoran's world is rich and raw. Rowling added, I'm thrilled about a casting of Tim Burke, the massively talented actor who will bring the character to a perfect life. Cormoran's strike is pure joy to write, and I can't wait to see Tom play him. Rowling, Neil Blair, Ruth Kennedy Letts, and Elizabeth Killigraph will executive produce the project based on scripts by Ben Richards, who will write The Cuckoo's Calling, and The Silkworm, and Tom Edge, who will write Career of Evil. Rowling is famous for her Harry Potter series of fantasy novels. Production has begun for Season 3 of the period drama Outlander, stars and Sony Pictures Television's confirmed Wednesday. The 13-episode third season is based on Voyager, the third of 8 novels in Diana Gabaldon's best-selling Outlander series of time-traveling romance. The cable network teased a press release. Book 3 of Outlander picks up right after Claire travels through the stones to return to her life in 1948. Now pregnant, she struggles with the fallout of her sudden reappearance and its effect on her marriage to her first husband, Frank. Meanwhile, in the 18th century, Jamie suffers from the aftermath of his doomed last stand at the historic Battle of Culloden, as well as the loss of Claire. As the years pass, Jamie and Claire attempt to make a life apart from one another, each haunted by the memory of their lost love. Fred Armisen, Jason Schwartzman, and Moby are to guest star in the second season of Patrick Stewart's comedy series Blunt Talk, stars announced Wednesday. The show will return with fresh episodes October 2nd. Also appearing this season will be Ed Begley, Brent Spinner, Paul Scheer, Tracy Lissette, Leslie Ann Warren, Stacy Keach, Rob Hubel, Angela Kinsky, Charles Flesher, Brian Baumgartner, Stephen Tobolsky, and Stewart's son Daniel. The synopsis reads, set in Los Angeles, the story follows Walter Bunt, a British import intent on conquering the world of American cable network, and the fallout from his well-intentioned but mostly misguided decision-making both on and off the air. The upcoming season finds Walter Blunt and his team on top of the network ratings when Walter runs into an old flame in town to investigate a conspiracy involving one of Los Angeles' most critical environmental threats. Rosalie, Jim, Celia, Martin, and Shelley, with all their various neuroses intact, are by Walter's side as he delves into his past, which leads him to a web of intrigue affecting the future of Los Angeles. Seth MacFarlane and Fuzzy Door Productions Incorporation serves as executive producers on the series, while Jonathan Ames, who originated the idea for the show, is its executive producer, writer, and showrunner. FX has canceled its series Tyrant after 3 seasons, with the show set to conclude after the season finale on Wednesday night. According to the Wrap, the drama, which follows an American family drawn into the inner workings of a turbulent Middle Eastern nation, will end after the season 3 finale at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on September 7th. FX CEO John Landgraf said, according to Variety, it's very difficult to find common ground with other people whose stories we do not know or understand. The creators of Tyrant have done their utmost over 3 seasons to tell American audiences a tiny fraction of the many gripping human stories coursing through the Middle East today. The series was executive produced by Howard Gordon, Chris Kaiser, Gideon Raff, and Avi Neer, and starred Adam Rayner, Jennifer Finnegan, Maureen Atias, Ashri Backholm, Noah Silver, Alexander Karim, Cameron Gary, Malia Kraling, and Chris Knopf, whom Landgraf thanked for their work. Production has begun on the 10th date, a small-screen romantic comedy starring Meagan Good, Kelly Rowland, Carrie Hilson, Kylie Stewart, Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, Kat Deely, and Brandon T. Jackson. Filming is to continue through mid-October in Los Angeles, and a TV movie is set to premiere in 2017 on Lifetime. Summary for the cable network noted, the 10th day follows friends Gabby, Nell, Billy, and Margot, who balance their dating adventures alongside their career ambitions at an upscale website in Los Angeles under the watchful eye of their editor, Maureen. Inspired by the site's relationship advice column To Find the One, Gabby and Nell embark on their own journeys towards the elusive 10th date, holy grail in the dating world where women believe men are finally committed. Now, Ziga Stewart is executive producing and will direct the film, which she wrote. Amy Schumer, Bella Hadid, and Calvin Harris were among winners at the 2016 GQ Men of the Year Awards in London. Schumer walked the red carpet with boyfriend Brent Hanisch before she accepted the Woman of the Year award. Schumer joked while accepting her award, "Oh my God, you guys, GQ Men of the Year. Finally, we are celebrating men, so thank you for calling me a woman." She added, "I just want to say that I'm really honored to be included in this, and I hope you guys will go to my website and look at my merchandise. I have t-shirts and a sweatshirt." Other winners included Bella Hadid for Model of the Year, Calvin Harris for Solo Artist of the Year, Bear Giles for Television Personality of the Year, Nile Rodgers for Icon of the Year, and Michael Caine for Legend of the Year. Laverne Cox, Tracy Ellis Ross, American Ferrara, and Kit Harington have been booked as presenters for the upcoming 68th Emmy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles. The gala honoring excellence in television is to air live September 18th on ABC. It will take place at the Microsoft Theater with comedian and talk show host Jimmy Kimmel hosting. Other presenters will include Matt LeBlanc, Joel McHale, Mandy Moore, Chris Rock, Kerry Russell, Jeffrey Tambor, Kerry Washington, Damon Wayans, and Constance Wu. Patrick Dempsey says he and wife Gillian Fink had to fight for their reconciliation. The 50-year-old actor revealed in the September 19th issue of People magazine how he and Fink ultimately got back together after splitting in January 2015. Dempsey shared, "Jill and I decided it was time to work on our issues and improve. We wanted to be role models for our kids. Like, okay, if you have differences, you can work them out." He said it was a renewed focus on family. I learned to prioritize. Our union has to be the priority. I wasn't prepared to give up on her, and she wasn't either. We both wanted to fight for it. Fink, who shares 3 children with Dempsey, had filed for divorce amid rumors that the actor's car racing put a strain on their marriage. Dempsey told the Evening Standard in May that he stepped back from the hobby. He says, "You have to work at everything, and you cannot do everything. Sometimes there has to be sacrifice." Star explained, "I'm the team owner, but time goes by so quickly with my kids that I don't want to miss that. Now it's time to put 100% into my kids, allowing them to find their goals, their passions." Dempsey and Fink first sparked reconciliation rumors in November after they were spotted holding hands in Paris. The couple are parents to 14-year-old daughter Tallulah and 9-year-old twins Sullivan and Darby. Lindsey Vonn is voicing her love for ex-boyfriend Tiger Woods once again. The 31-year-old alpine ski racer reflected on her split from the 40-year-old professional golfer on Monday's episode of Running Wild with Bear Gyles. The athlete said, "I loved him so much and I still do. It just didn't work, you know? It was too much with his competition schedule and mine, and he has 2 kids. We're still on good terms, we're friends, but it was really hard." Vonn and Woods, who share a daughter and son with ex-wife Elin Nordegren, split in May 2015 after 3 years of dating. The Olympic skier was previously married to Thomas Vonn, but told Giles she doesn't plan to wed again. She said before advising, "Probably not. I've done it all. If you want to be with someone, just be with them. You don't really need to go through the whole marriage thing. It's less complicated." Vonn had told Access Hollywood and Jude that she still loves Woods, calling him a great guy and a great father. She shared similar sentiments about the golfer on the CNN show Alpine Edge in November. She said, "At the time, I love him and I still love him. I had an amazing 3 years with him. Sometimes things just don't work out, and unfortunately it didn't work out for us, but I don't have any regrets." Vonn and Giles, the 42-year-old British television personality and adventurer, trekked across the French island of Corsica on Running Wild. The NBC series sees Giles take celebrities on a 48-hour survival stint into the wilderness. And speaking of Elin Nordegren, she is the new woman in Gavin Rossdale's life. Us Weekly reported Wednesday that the 50-year-old English singer went on the first date with the 36-year-old Swedish-American model. Sources told the magazine Rossdale and Nordegren immediately hit it off after being set up by mutual friends. The pair are reportedly interested in exploring their relationship further. An insider said, "Elin fly to LA on her private plane a lot. They want to make it work." News of the date comes just over a year after Rossdale split from wife Gwen Stefani. The 46-year-old singer and Rossdale, who share 3 sons, called it quits in August 2015 amid rumors the Bush frontman had cheated. Nordegren, meanwhile, was previously wed to Tiger Woods from 2004 to 2010 and share a daughter and son with the professional golfer. The couple's marriage fell apart after a National Enquirer published a story about an alleged extramarital relationship Woods was having with nightclub manager Rachel Uchichel. Woods later confessed to sleeping with more than 120 other women during his marriage to Nordegren and claimed he has a sex addiction. Rossdale told People magazine in November in his first post-split interview, "My children come first. The boys interact so well, and they truly love each other. They're so sweet and protective of each other." Stefani had confirmed the same month that she and country star Blake Shelton are dating. The couple spend their Labor Day weekend with Stefani's 3 sons at Shelton's ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Halle Berry and estranged husband Olivier Martinez are reportedly postponing their divorce. The 50-year-old American actress and Martinez, also 50, will let their divorce case be dismissed from court and remain legally married, according to TMZ. Court documents reveal that Berry and Martinez's divorce will soon be dismissed due to inactivity. The couple, who share 2-year-old son Maceo, have both filed for divorce in October after 2 years of marriage. Sources told the website that Berry is open to a potential reconciliation. She and Martinez have reportedly been getting along well while co-parenting Maceo and Nalia, her 8-year-old daughter, with Gabriel Aubry. Insiders told E! News, however, that the Monsters Ball star has no interest in getting back together with Martinez. The source said that the delay is instead due to continued discussions about money and Maceo. Berry and Martinez have announced their split in a joint statement after filing to end their marriage. The actress was previously wed to Major League Baseball star David Justice from 1993 to 1997 and to Eric Benet from 2001 to 2005. The couple said at the time, "It is with a heavy heart that we have to come to the decision to divorce. We move forward with love and respect for one another and the shared focus of what is best for our son. We wish each other nothing but happiness in life." Rosie O'Donnell's daughter, Chelsea, is reportedly being evaluated at a New York hospital. News outlets report the 19-year-old is undergoing psychiatric evaluation after being rushed to a Long Island hospital Monday evening. Sources told E! News Chelsea is presently alert and awake and safe, though it is unknown when she will be released from the hospital. O'Donnell's rep had no comment. Insider says Chelsea is enrolled in a statewide program that offers emergency psychiatric evaluations and subsequent treatments. She will be evaluated by psychiatrists, social workers, and other mental health professionals. News of Chelsea's hospitalization comes just 3 weeks after she and O'Donnell reunited in a new photo. O'Donnell reflected at the time of how far she and Chelsea have become since their highly publicized estrangement. The 54-year-old television personality captioned the picture, "Chelsea and me, what a difference a year makes, #hope lives." O'Donnell and Chelsea, who is adopted, had a fallout in August 2015 after the teenager went missing and was discovered at the home of an alleged heroin dealer. Chelsea later went to live with her birth mother. Madonna and ex-husband Guy Ritchie have agreed to drop the bitter custody suit involving their teenage son Rocco and let Rocco live in London with Ritchie. Peter Bronstein, Ritchie's attorney, says the case is settled and everyone agrees that Rocco's need change and he's going to live with Dad. Madonna initiated the suit last year after 16-year-old Rocco refused to return to New York with Madonna during the winter holidays in spite of a judge's order. The teen was reportedly tired of traveling with Madonna, having spent several months on her Rebel Heart tour. The singer posted to Instagram in February, "I miss this boy, so full of life, so full of love." Bronstein said at a hearing in March, Rocco is at an age where he cannot be physically compelled on a plane to come back to New York because he doesn't want to. Madonna has not issued a statement regarding the judge's recent ruling. Former One Direction singer Zayn Malik is trying his hands on television. News outlets reported Tuesday that the 23-year-old British recording artist will co-executive produce the new NBC series Boys with Law & Order creator Dick Wolf. Boys will follow the ups and downs of a forming successful boy band. The series will draw from Malik's experience with One Direction, which he left in March of 2015. The singer said in a statement, "Dick Wolf is a legend and the opportunity to work with him in NBC to create a compelling drama series is awesome." NBC Entertainment President Jennifer Sugg added, "It's exciting to be diving into this project with such passionate and prolific producers. Zayn certainly brings an authentic point of view to this world where kids are catapulted into fame at a dizzy speed." One Direction was formed on the British version of The X Factor in 2010. The show's creator, music, and television producer Simon Cowell told Entertainment Tonight he wishes Malik had approached him about the TV series. Cowell said after the news broke, "Nothing surprises me anymore. I think he should have to come to me with it if I'm being honest with you. I do actually believe that when they've got these ideas bearing in mind when we started, they should actually come to me." Malik released his debut solo album Mind of Mine in March, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts. The singer canceled his October 7th concert in Dubai this week, citing extreme anxiety. Maxwell and Mary J. announced Wednesday they're teaming up for a winter tour which kicks off in Baltimore November 5th and travels to 24 cities. The King and Queen of Hearts tour makes stops in New York, Detroit, Atlanta, Miami, and ends December 14th in Chicago. The pair also take on an international leg from October 15th to October 30th and will swing through Paris, Amsterdam, and London. Blige said of her tour partner, "Maxwell is a man that we need as women. He sings from his heart and soul with an amazing voice. When you hear him, you feel comfort, good, sexy, sly. You feel like you want to go out with your girls, and then you also feel like you want to lay up with your man. He just gives you that freedom as a woman to be all those sexy, empowering, and beautiful things. Women need to feel like there's some man out there that really cares and will speak to them through song." Coming off a tour from his Black Summer's Night album, Maxwell says anything can happen on the King and and Queen tour. He says, there's a bucket list situation for me, something we've been trying to bring together because our audiences are each other's. Mary's soulful voice and the way she connects with the audience, her warmth and giving nature in an industry that can make you cold, stale, and jaded. I've learned a lot from her in that regard, and this isn't just a love fest for people who have followed our music. This is a celebration of New York R&B soul music and the 90s. Also coming up for Blige is a guest starring stint on How to Get Away with Murder. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of September 17th. Number 10, Rihanna with Need Me. Number 9, Drake featuring Wizkid and Kayla with One Dance. Number 8, Shawn Mendes with Treat You Better. Number 7, 21 Pilots with Ride. Number 6, Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna with This Is What You Came For. Number 5, The Chainsmokers featuring Die with Don't Let Me Down. Number 4, Sia featuring Sean Paul with Cheap Thrills. Number 3, 21 Pilots with Heathens. Number 2, Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and Emo with Cold Water. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of September 17th, the Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show is broadcast nationally for the first time. A huge success, her daytime television talk show turns Winfrey into one of the most powerful, wealthy people in show business and arguably the most influential woman in America. Winfrey, who was born in rural Mississippi to a poor, unwed teenage mother on January 24, 1954, began her TV career as a local news anchor in Nashville and Baltimore before moving to Chicago in 1984 to host a low-rated morning talk program. She quickly turned the show into a ratings winner, beating out a popular talk program hosted by Phil Donahue. At the urging of the Chicago-based movie critic Roger Ebert, Winfrey signed a syndication deal with King World, and the Oprah Winfrey Show was broadcast nationally for the first time on September 8, 1986. It went on to become the highest-rated talk show in television history. Proving that talk show host wasn't the only role she could play, Winfrey made her big-screen debut as Sophia in director Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple, 1985, based on Alice Walker's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel of the same name and co-starring Whoopi Goldberg and Danny Glover. The film earned Winfrey a Best Supporting Actress Oscar nomination, although she lost the gold statuette to Angelica Houston for Prezi's honor. Winfrey went on to star and produce in 1998's Beloved, based on the Toni Morrison's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, and voiced characters for 2006 Charlotte's Web and 2007's Bee Movie, which co-starred and was co-written by Jerry Seinfeld. In addition to television and film, Winfrey became a true media mogul, branching out to books and magazines, radios, musical theater, and the web. In 2008, the Oprah Winfrey Show had an estimated weekly audience of some 46 million viewers in the United States and was broadcast around the world in 134 countries. Winfrey wields enormous influence when it comes to promoting products. A recommendation on her book could turn a book, movie, or just about anything else into a bestseller, a phenomenon that has been dubbed the Oprah effect. The show ended in May 2011, several months after Winfrey launched the Oprah Winfrey Network, or OWN. And as your entertainment report for Thursday, September 8th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.